I would like to do a little demonstration of the flute thing that I'll be doing. But when I do that, I have to take my lipstick off, so we'll do that last. Vanity, vanity, vanity. I have seen the budgets shrinking for our children of this land. Do we hope to maintain greatness when we fail to make a stand? I have heard single mothers vilified by congressmen who are paid by corporations with no conscience of our end. Okay, well, I would like to start with something positive, and that is that I came back to this country after 12 years in France because I found out that it's just as corrupt in France as it is here. And so, therefore, it wasn't a way to escape. I don't know if there is a place to escape right now in the world. And anyway, I'm too old to start over. And so this is my country. This is where I live. This is where I come from. And our country is in a very perilous situation right now. And people do feel it. I mean, so many people are having nightmares. So many people are on sleep medicine. They say a third of the population are experiencing very serious sleep disorder. There's sleep disorder clinics opening all over the place. Look that deep to find out these things, but people are very afraid. And of course, there's a reason to be afraid. I mean, John Kennedy was killed, Robert Kennedy was killed, Martin Luther King Jr. was killed, John Lennon was killed. The list of martyrs in this country is very long. 9/11/2001, 3 days before that, I was sitting in my apartment and I started to get this, what started out as an anxiety attack, and it worked into something much worse. Terrible, terrible symptoms. I had vomiting, I had a headache that was so bad I couldn't see straight, I had to pull the shades down. I was completely inundated with anguish, and I saw the epicenter is Washington, D.C. The International Monetary Fund is involved. The World Bank is involved. It's going to happen early next week, and a lot of innocent people will be murdered. That's what I saw, and it kept coming back, and it kept coming back, and I got into such a state that I was completely hysterical. At about 9 o'clock at night, I called the crisis line, and they, of course, thought I was crazy, and it didn't work to tell me that I was just needed to talk it out. And the next thing at midnight or 2 a.m., I called a friend who's a minister. She didn't recognize my voice, and I babbled something about what was going to happen, and so on and so on. And we prayed for 3 solid hours from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Mary, Jesus, Holy Spirit, take this burden from me because I can't carry it. I cannot carry this. And what happened was that as dawn came up, all my symptoms disappeared, just like that. So I knew right away that it was an inside job. And I started doing my research, and I started going to see people, ministers, people at the government level, etc. And nobody, Bernie Sanders, whispered it in his ear in a meeting in Virgins. He just walked away from me. In fact, he's walked away from me at least 5 times. Are our own hearts made of marble? Is there fear at every door? Do we hope to exploit others? What have we all come here for? So here we are. They have pretty much controlled the universities by this materialism that the secular, I call it a culture. I've also had a black helicopter over my house, which I have to tell you is a very terrifying thing to have happen. I live up on a mountain in Mendon, and the black helicopter was making our pine trees just, you know, go crazy. And I'm standing there, and I totally lost my mind. I have to tell you, while it was there, I started screaming at it. And that's not a logical thing to do, scream at a helicopter, but anyway. And then I blocked it out for about a month because I was so... Because the fact of the matter is materialism is just a very minor, in the history of mankind, it's a very minor and false philosophy, which these people have succeeded in foisting on our entire nation to the peril of our future. We've got to regain our sense of community. We've got to regain our faith in the Creator, because that's the only thing at this point, friends, that is the only thing at this point in time that can save us. You were right. he says, I'm just gonna rant in front of the microphone. When our forests have been clear cut and clean water is no more, what will all the money buy us? Is there another Mother Earth next door? Can we rise to this occasion? Can we act with one great heart? If we do,